The raid alert for Aam Aadmi Party. After losing Delhi, this is the first time Aam Aadmi Party senior leader Saurabh Bharadwaj, former minister, is facing Enforcement Directorate raids. We'll get you all about the charges, the counter charges. What is this case about? We'll get you all the details on this story. Then we'll move on and we'll get you an update on the horrific death that took place in the NCR region, the death by dowry. I have two important questions this evening. This man, Nikki's husband, was a serial abuser. We'll get you two important videos to show that. And the question to the family, was Nikki not even 18? Was she underage when she got married? She was married off by the family. And then later, we'll get you the details about the cloudbursts and the flash floods which have in fact shook Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, still reeling under these freak weather conditions. We'll get you all the details on that as far as the show is concerned. But let's, at this moment, start with Saurabh Bharadwaj. Now, you can see on your screen Saurabh Bharadwaj at this moment. These are earlier shots where Saurabh Bharadwaj, the important minister, is an important member of the Aam Aadmi Party. But in the national capital today, along with the showers that took place in the NCR region, it was raining political barbs between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. And that happened after Saurabh Bharadwaj, the leader of the Aam Aadmi Party's media-savvy spokesperson and former minister, was raided by the Enforcement Directorate this morning. As we speak, the ED raids continue at the residence of Saurabh Bharadwaj, who up till now was seen, enjoyed a clean image, was seen as a media-savvy technocrat kind of image, and who is a close confidant of Arvind Kejriwal. After losing the elections of Delhi, this is the first time that the Aam Aadmi Party leaders are facing the Enforcement Directorate heat. The allegation is about irregularities in hospitals which were made under the regime of the Aam Aadmi Party. Let's very quickly at this moment tell you what is this entire case. The allegations is of corruption to the tune of 5,590 crore rupees. The allegation is that it was in the greenfield hospitals, new hospital, brownfield hospitals, some hospitals which had to be upgraded. All that comes under these allegations. Now, after that, the hospitals, 24 of the Delhi government hospitals were approved in the year 2018 and 2019. Now, this was in fact later flagged. The projects were not completed on time. There have been issues as far as the completion of these projects are concerned, and the cost also escalated due to many delays as far as these projects are concerned. The complaint was filed against Saurabh Bharadwaj and Satyendra Jain, initially on the complaint of now Speaker of the Delhi Assembly, Mr. Vijinder Gupta, which was sent to the Lieutenant Governor. The Lieutenant Governor sent to the ACB, and now the Enforcement Directorate has jumped in, and they are saying that it seems that there is money laundering also involved as far as this case is concerned. Now, how has the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP reacted to this? What has been the charge and the counter charge as far as this entire story is concerned? The Aam Aadmi Party has said that the raids have been conducted to divert the attention on certain issues that the Aam Aadmi Party is raising, including that of Prime Minister's degree. That they made a campaign as far as this entire thing is concerned. The BJP says ED has confirmed doubts which have been raised by the BJP. Like even before the investigation, the raids are at this moment going on. We don't know what will be found, what will happen, but the BJP thinks that this confirms their doubts. The Aam Aadmi Party also says that BJP's policy to jail AAP leaders, harass them in the false cases. The Aam Aadmi Party's allegations have been countered by the BJP, saying the AAP is hiding behind many scams on the development plank, and now the new government is unearthing all those planks. Modi government is misusing the agencies, is the charge of the Aam Aadmi Party. AAP government looted the people of the Delhi is the counter from the BJP. Let's listen to some reactions.
ईडी ने आज सौरभ भारद्वाज, जो कि आम आदमी पार्टी दिल्ली के अध्यक्ष भी हैं और पूर्व में मंत्री भी रहे हैं, हॉस्पिटल घोटाले में उनके यहां रेड करे। भाजपा बार बार ही कह रही थी, इसमें एसीबी भी अब इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है और बड़ा स्पष्ट है, कई हॉस्पिटल तो चले ही नहीं। कई हॉस्पिटल्स के अंदर हजारों करोड़ के इक्विपमेंट्स लाके डंप कर दिए क्योंकि वो चलने लायक नहीं थे। और ये काम रुका नहीं अभी यही पार्टी पंजाब में जाकर इसी तरह से वहां पर भी चेहरा बदलकर लूटने का काम कर रही है। मैं ईडी की इस कार्रवाई का जहां वेलकम करता हूं, वहीं उम्मीद करता हूं कि जो पंजाब में भी घोटाले हो रहे हैं, सरकार और ईडी तुरंत उन पे भी कार्रवाई करेगी।
ये रेड बिल्कुल फर्जी है। मोदी जी की डिग्री के मामले से ध्यान भटकाने का तरीका है। आम आदमी पार्टी को डराने धमकाने का तरीका है। लेकिन मैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को और पूरी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को ये बता दूं कि आम आदमी पार्टी ने आज तक ना 1 रुपए का भ्रष्टाचार किया है, ना 1 रुपए का भ्रष्टाचार करेंगे। आप चाहे कितनी भी रेड कर लीजिए, आम आदमी पार्टी कट्टर ईमानदार पार्टी है। भ्रष्टाचार का 1 रुपया भी हमारे किसी नेता से आपको नहीं मिला है और नहीं मिलेगा।
Now, this is not the first time that the Aam Aadmi Party leaders have faced trouble as far as the Enforcement Directorate is concerned. Let me just give you a sense about the other top leaders, and you are seeing them on your screens at this moment, whether it's Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia, Sanjay Singh, and also Satyendra Jain. Now, remember, Arvind Kejriwal was arrested. So was Sisodia, so was Sanjay Singh, and later Satyendra Jain was also arrested. What were the cases under which they were arrested? Aam Aadmi Party leaders who are facing legal action, prosecutory action at this moment, former Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Now, remember, Mr. Kejriwal was released on bail by the Supreme Court in September 2024, just ahead of the Delhi elections. He's facing charges as far as the Delhi excise policy case is concerned. He was arrested on March 21st, 2024, and then later he was released on bail as far as that case is concerned. Now, he was possibly the first sitting chief minister who was arrested, put behind bars, and then he ran his government. He said, I will not resign, I will run the government from inside the prison. He has been accused of money laundering as well. Those cases continue. They are yet to go to trial as far as those cases are concerned. Manish Sisodia, former deputy chief minister of Delhi. Now, Manish Sisodia was accused in the Delhi liquor policy scam. Allegations were that he is the mastermind, the kingpin, as far as this scam is concerned. He was arrested in February 2023, stayed in the jail for a very long time, almost 2 years. He was released on bail by the Supreme Court in August 2024, charged with corruption and money laundering as well. Now, Satyendra Jain, another important minister as far as the Aam Aadmi Party government, former government is concerned. He was also charged with money laundering, arrested on 30th May 2022 and remained in jail for a long time, was released in 2024, has been accused of using shell companies to launder money. Sanjay Singh, Aam Aadmi Party MP of the Rajya Sabha, was also arrested on October 4, 2023, and his status, he was also set out on bail. And so were some other leaders like Amarullah Khan and others in the various cases as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. They have been saying all these are false cases. Nothing will come out of them. Many of them have not even gone on trial. Let me very quickly at this moment go across to Minister in the government of Delhi. Mr. Ashish Sood is joining us at this moment. Ashish bhai, बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. Let me begin by asking you, sir, Aam Aadmi Party rubbishes these charges. They are saying Saurabh Bharadwaj, who so far, enjoyed a very clean image, he is being falsely targeted. Bogus charges are being leveled against him.
What is new in the statement by Aam Aadmi Party or their leaders today? Look at the statements they were giving for last 4 years, since 2021 when their leaders were started being arrested. The same old story. We are Kattar Imandar, you will not get anything. But the law takes its course. Aam Aadmi Party has a card in their pocket, which I called as victim card. Today, what they were saying, just to divert the attention from the PM's degree, Saurabh Bharadwaj has been raided. I don't understand what kind of rubbish logic they give. They should apologize to the people of Delhi.
Okay.
They should introspect the way they have been misusing, misappropriating the funds. They have been using the government for their own political motives.
Okay.
That is coming out. That is coming out slowly.
Okay, let me ask you some important questions that have been put forward by the Aam Aadmi Party regarding this very specific case. One charge is that it is politically motivated because Mr. Vijender Gupta was the original complainant as far as this case is concerned. It was sent to LG, which they accuse of being in cahoots with the BJP. And then it was sent to ACB, and the Enforcement Directorate has now jumped in. The allegation is about misappropriation of more than 5,000 crores in the construction of the hospitals between 2018 and 19. Saurabh Bharadwaj was not even a minister at that point of time. How does he become responsible for that?
Bharadwaj was health minister since 2023. It pertains to around 24 hospitals, 11 greenfield and 13 brownfield hospitals. Look, what Aam Aadmi Party has always been doing is, they always say that there has been a conspiracy against them. Vijender Gupta, being a leader of opposition, was duty bound to expose their misdeeds. He had information. He went to the ACB, filed a complaint. Law took its own course. The FIR was registered somewhere in June 2025. After due diligence, it must be. I don't want to comment upon the merit of the FIR and other thing because everything is being subjudiced or is under probe. They have always been saying this, that they have been targeted wrongly.
Okay, but Ashish bhai, there is
just give me 5 seconds to complete my sentence.
Please go ahead.
If this is so, why this logic has not been bought by the people of Delhi? Manish Sisodia, the so-called man who has revolutionized the education, changed his seat, lost miserably. The Masiha of Lokpal, the Maybe Anna, Maybe Kedriwal Andolan, he lost his seat. Both of them were asking for a Bharat Ratna for Satyendra Jain. This logic is not being bought by the people of Delhi.
Gave a verdict. They gave a verdict in favor of the BJP in the elections that happened earlier this year. And the Aam Aadmi Party lost after 11 years of being in power. But let me ask you this, sir. You are a minister today. Can tomorrow a complaint which was being made... Hold on, sir. Just let me complete my question. Tomorrow a complaint which was made when, let's say, Saurabh Bharadwaj or Manish Sisodia was the education minister, how are you liable for that complaint? That's the same logic that they're asking. Saurabh Bharadwaj was not even a minister. He became minister in 2023. That was after 4 years of the period in which these irregularities have been alleged.
Look, Cabinet has a collective responsibility. If Saurabh Bharadwaj was a minister, if something wrong was done before he took the charges, was it not? We are in a Westminster form of government where the Cabinet has its collective responsibility. You cannot say that Mr. Kedriwal did all the bungling, or Mr. Kedriwal cannot run away by saying that I did not sign a file. Manish Sisodia signed a file. I am not responsible. The democracy does not work like this.
But the cabinets were different in 2018 and 2023.
Come again?
The cabinets were different in 2018 and 2023. 2020 elections happened. Then the Aam Aadmi Party won again. And in 2023, Saurabh Bharadwaj became a minister. So how is he responsible for what happened in 2018?
We cannot finalize the case here deliberating on the television.
Sure.
Ankit
Sure.
these are all the allegations made by the Aam Aadmi Party. They have always been alleging that we have been targeted wrongly. It has been always been their stand. But like for last few days, for last 3 days, they have been saying Satyendra Jain has been freed by the CBI, which is a false statement. They are used to create a false narrative. They are habitual of creating a narrative. They are disruptors. Their politics revolve around disruption. Let me complete that, Kiji. Their politics revolve around disruption. They try to create disruption, shouting loudly as if everything is going against them. Everybody got the bail. Everybody, the law took its course. Every leader of theirs got the bail. That doesn't mean that they are not accused. Kejriwal was given
but that
bail.
also doesn't mean that they are guilty of the accusations that have been made against them.
Kejriwal ji was given bail saying that he will not go to his office.
Yes.
And they claim he has been acquitted. So they are used to create this kind of narrative.
I agree with you on one thing, that both in politics, I mean, both the sides try and use whatever the situation they can. Aam Aadmi Party thinks bail is acquittals, and BJP thinks that charges are, proof of them being corrupt. But let me ask you this, sir. Do you think? नहीं मैं जस्ट कह रहा हूँ कि जिस तरीके से दोनों पार्टीज यूज करती हैं इन चीजों को, मैं सिर्फ आपसे ये जानना चाह रहा हूँ।
जमानत देते हुए ये कहा कि आप अपने ऑफिस नहीं जा सकते। हाईकोर्ट ने ये कहा आप अपने ऑफिस नहीं जा सकते। केजरीवाल जी के जमानत के पूरे ऑर्डर को पढ़ना होगा। इसलिए बीजेपी का केवल कहना नहीं है।
What do you have to say? What do you have to say about the Aam Aadmi Party's charge that this is a diversionary tactic? Because they are saying that this case is on flimsy grounds. The complaint doesn't even name any other bureaucrat apart from 2 ministers. This is just to divert attention from their whole campaign about Prime Minister's degree controversy.
Is this degree controversy newly created by them? They have been asking, they have been taking bails in the Gujarat University case also. So this is all the flimsy ground. Why shouldn't I say this? This degree controversy was created, because they knew that the big and firm hands of laws is approaching to hold them from neck.
Okay.
Why can't this is also a case? They always start shouting a few days before when the inquiry and the other things starts quickly. When they come to know, they are the people who always say, now Satyendra Jain will be arrested. Kejriwal ji used to say, now Madhish Sisodia will be arrested. How do they come to know? They come to know because they know the law is slowly and firmly reaching towards their neck.
Okay, so, sir, in conclusion, let me ask you this as my last question, because you are a minister in the government of Delhi at this moment. You understand your functions, the procedures of how ministries work, how funds are allocated much better than most people in this country would. For any kind of allocation, the money which has been allocated, or when the funding goes up, can a minister be held responsible alone? Don't you think that there are other people in the loop as well, including the various bureaucrats? And hence, in this case, naming only 2 ministers without naming anybody else who was working in the ministries at that point of time goes with what the Aam Aadmi Party is, alleging, that this is just to trouble the Aam Aadmi Party leaders.
If Aam Aadmi Party thinks there were some bureaucrats also involved, they should name them. But I would like to reserve my comments on the present case because the agencies are looking into the matter. But if Aam Aadmi Party says you are not targeting the bureaucrats, that means they had forced some bureaucrats to do certain things which were irregular. Why are they why are they hiding their names? If
Okay.
Aam Aadmi Party's former chief minister and the former ministers have some name,
Okay.
they should come out with the names.
Right. Mr. Ashish Sood, thank you so much, sir, for speaking to NDTV on this very important story at this moment, rocking the power corridors of the national capital. Let me very quickly now turn our attention. You heard one side, the BJP and, of course, the Delhi government side. Now let me go across to former Chief Minister of Delhi and Leader of Opposition in the current Vidhan Sabha. Atishi is joining us, Senior Leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. Atishi, thank you for speaking to us. I just had Minister Ashish Sood and I spoke to him about this case on Saurabh Bharadwaj. I tried to ask him about, how this case precedes his tenure and how is he responsible, to which he said the matter is sub judice. Let me ask you this, Atishi. If the investigation is on, why cry foul about an investigation? You were always proponents of, if there is a doubt, let the investigation be, done into any kind of allegation. Why is the Aam Aadmi Party crying foul at this moment?
Ankit, this probably has to be one of the most unique investigations in the history of all agencies in the country. Let alone the fact that ED has a remarkably low conviction record, let alone the fact that ED files cases only against opposition leaders. I'm not even going into that. But for the first time in the history of any agency, you are investigating a minister for a matter that happened before his tenure. So now what are they going to do next? Are they going to investigate Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah for the 2G scam that happened in the Congress tenure? Are they going to investigate them for the coal scam that happened in the Congress tenure? Is Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta going to be investigated for the CNG fitness scam and the Commonwealth Games scam that happened a decade before she came into power? This is absolutely bizarre, Ankit. I don't think if you were to pick up the history of any investigating agency in this country, you would ever find the case where someone is being investigated on a matter before their tenure even started.
By that logic, Atishi, then are you saying that Mr. Satyendra Jain should be investigated, and if that happens, then the Enforcement Directorate should not be questioned, then it won't be politically motivated? Atishi, can you hear me?
Sound has...
Okay, I think we'll just try and fix that line with Atishi on this story. Very important what is happening, two sides of both the story, and that is exactly what we endeavor here on NDTV to get you, ask sharp questions, get you both sides for you to make your own view about what is going on. Remember, this is an important case, and like Atishi was pointing out, it happened, at least the complaint that was made was due for the tenure in 2018-19, and which at that point of time, Satyendra Jain was the health minister of Delhi. And both Saurabh Bharadwaj and Satyendra Jain have been named in this case. Saurabh Bharadwaj took over the government in the second term, or rather the third term of the Aam Aadmi Party in 2023. This case, the allegation is of the hospitals which started their construction in 2018 and 19, and then of course they have missed multiple timelines. Only two people have been named in the FIR, the former Health Minister Satyendra Jain and the former Health Minister Saurabh Bharadwaj. Raids are being conducted as far as Saurabh Bharadwaj is concerned in this case. What we'll do, we'll take a very quick break at this moment and we'll try and reconnect with Atishi after a short break. So stay tuned with us. We are coming back with much more. All right, I've just been told Atishi is back with us. Atishi, I hope you can hear me now. What I was asking you earlier, because you said that, it's an absurd case that somebody who was not even a minister at that point of time is being asked questions of a cabinet and the minister of a different tenure. Let me ask you then this. If tomorrow in the same case, Mr. Satyendra Jain is raided or questioned by the Enforcement Directorate, will that mean that the Enforcement Directorate is not politically motivated? They are asking the right questions to the right minister?
First of all, Ankit, in this specific case, whatever be the right or the wrong of this case, whatever be the political motivation behind this case, the fact of the matter is that Saurabh Bharadwaj was not minister. And yes, you're right, Satyendra Jain was minister. So even for a prejudiced case, even for a politically motivated case, it is just sheer logic and rationality that you will first question whoever was the minister in charge, number one. Number two, let us look at the track record of the Enforcement Directorate. Satyendra Jain was in jail for 2 years, right? Again an Enforcement Directorate matter, again a matter in which trial was still ongoing, a matter in which no conviction happened. And now what are we are seeing? We are seeing that ED had to file a closure report. So what does this mean? It means that ED and other agencies of the government of India are being used to file politically motivated cases. And now you link this with the fact, with the bill that is being brought into the parliament, that if for 6 months you are in jail, then you can be removed from position of minister or chief minister. So on the one hand, you can put people in jail without any evidence, under a law that does not give you bail, and on the other hand, then you will go and say, जी 6 महीने jail में हो गए, अब तो इनको CM की post से हटाना होगा, अब तो इनको मंत्री की post से
The other way to
हटाना
look at it is that agencies, there was an FIR registered, there were questions asked, the agency investigated and later found that there was nothing that they could find against the ministers, and hence the agencies are doing a fair job, aren't they? They have given a closure report, a clean sheet as far as the minister is concerned.
Ankit, I think we should also see that, let us look at in the last 10 years, since 2014, since BJP has come into power, let us look at the number of cases that have gotten registered by the Enforcement Directorate. And let us make a tally as to how many cases are against opposition leaders and how many cases are against leaders who are part of the ruling party across the country. I think a simple statistic like this will make it very clear what the ED is being used for. In this case, however, it's very clear that this raid is basically a distraction tactic. It's a distraction tactic because yesterday, the whole country, the only thing that people were talking about was the Prime Minister's degree. And why is it that a university would not be proud to claim that the Prime Minister of the country, one of the tallest leaders of the world, as per the BJP, was an alumni of our university?
But Atishi, the High Court has given an order on that. The High Court has said that is a sacred relationship between the university and the student. It can't be made a public document. Why, if the High Court is also agreeing with that fact, why is the Aam Aadmi Party making an issue out of that?
But Ankit, does this not surprise you that when Rekha Gupta becomes the Chief Minister of Delhi, Delhi University comes forward with great pride and says, we are proud of the fact that an alumni of our university has become the Chief Minister of Delhi. They call her, they felicitate her. They are very proud of the fact that their student has become Chief Minister of Delhi.
Okay.
Then why is it that if their alumnus has become the Prime Minister of the country, why do they want to hide the fact? Why don't they want to put that degree across billboards across the city and the country and say that we are proud of the fact that the Prime Minister has studied in our university? Does this not surprise you?
Okay, we'll leave it there. You are saying it's a diversionary tactic. On the other hand, the BJP says this is just the procedure, the process which is taking place at this moment. If Aam Aadmi Party has nothing to hide, the courts will in fact give them that clean sheet. We'll leave it there at this moment. Atishi, thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking to NDTV.